I'm Suzy Shuster inside the Rich Eisen Studios, and Kendall Schmidt joins me now. His band is called Heffron Drive. His album that is out right now is called Happy Mistakes. Hi, Kendall.
Hello.
Thanks for coming in today.
Thanks for having me. I just want to say, look, I've lived out here for a long time, grew up out here. It's throwing me off now at this point.
Why?
It's late October and it's hot.
It's ridiculous.
It's too hot for late October. And I think there's something wrong. There's something wrong. Something's happening here.
Is this a global warming announcement?
Maybe it's just LA warming.
Right.
But it's ridiculous.
It's all the hot air from all the actors and actresses looking for
exactly.
jobs, right?
And I know, because this has happened in the past, it's going to rain on Halloween.
Don't say that. Those are fighting words.
Just going to say it.
That's a serious holiday in my home.
I know, especially with kids, I'm sure. But I'm just saying, like, it's going to rain. It's going to be hot, and then it's going to rain.
How did you go from being a kid in Wichita to suddenly sitting here with 2 million Twitter followers in crazy band after crazy band?
Wow. I mean, it's a long story, really. The short of it
Make it
is
snappy.
The short of it is, you know, I don't know what inspired my parents to let us go after acting. We have no entertainment background in my family at all, and my oldest brother wanted to do it, so we all got into it. I have 2 older brothers, there's 3 of us, and just was acting my whole life, and then, you know, Big Time Rush came when I was 18, so I had gone on thousands of auditions before I booked that. So it was a long, you know, process, and now, from booking that show to now was like that, because it was all kinds of crazy stuff happening, and now it's like starting over with a new band and a new project and new ideas. It's crazy.
I always think it's so fascinating that one day you're a regular guy, the next day you've got something like Big Time Rush, and now everyone recognizes you, and wherever you go, you must have girls running through, you know, malls and following you and getting all excited. What's that like in your head, and how do you rationalize that?
What I think is interesting is it's never, well, I'm not gonna say never, it's rarely ever me who gets feeling uncomfortable. It's usually people assuming that because of being on a show, that I might be different than anybody else, but I'm the same as anyone. I'm the same person I was back in Kansas. So, like, that's always weird for me, because I'm like, oh man, I wonder why they think that I would be any different than anybody else. So that bums me out. But I mean, whenever someone comes up, it's like the coolest thing ever. Someone wants to take a photo with you, like, because they like you and look up to you, like, yeah, that's the coolest job ever, I think.
Do they ever confuse you, being Kendall Schmidt, with your character?
With the character? Oh yeah, they say, what's your name? I'm like, Kendall.
Right.
And they go, no, but what's your real name? I'm like, Kendall.
I always joke around with our friends who are actors. I say, you know, for Rich, for instance, you know, Rich is Rich Eisen. He is who he is. So people are comfortable. We'll go to a restaurant with an actor, and they'll say, hey, Rich, how you doing? They'll talk football, but they'll look at the actor next to us and just stare at them. Yeah. There's like a separation, I think.
It's like almost as if trying to see if they're gonna like explode or something. You know, like what's gonna happen. And really, I think if anything, it's just that, you know, if you put out like I wonder if they're gonna be weird, it might come back like that. I don't know. But I mean, we all have our weird days. I mean, I'm sure, you know, early morning.
Today.
Yeah, I'm sure early morning.
I'm having
before coffee, we all have our weird moments. You know, at least I do.
What's your inspiration for this album? Where did it come from?
A lot of inspiration is just love in general, the aspect of love, all kind of.
Oh, you're 23. What do you know about love?
Well, this is a prime time in love in my life. It's not just about perfect love either. It's about it not happening. Right. You know, so it's that. Happy Mistakes, the song, for instance, is just about life and making things happen and never giving up, that kind of thing. So I wanted songs in there that were messages for everyone, and then I wanted songs that were, you know, love songs, because I just tend to write love songs. So.
Oh, every girl is thinking, oh, Kendall, will you write one about me?
Hey, it might have been.
Right. You want to write one about a 42-year-old mom of 3?
Well,
that's
just
fodder.
wait. My next single.
Oh, yeah, sure.
I'm going to call it Supermom.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear that one. Let's talk about
it here first, guys.
I love it. I love that.
Yeah.
Him writing a song, Supermom.
Right, Supermom.
We might hold him to it. For
right.
By the way, maybe we could do it in the break. We could write a few.
Write the song.
Yeah, write a few lines.
A couple verses.
We had Ice-T on with Rich.
A couple verses.
And
By the way,
Rich
don't
rapped.
joke.
Where's the piano?
I know. We don't have that one yet.
Maybe that's what we need for
the
over
next
there,
thing we
piano.
need is a piano, that and really great snacks. But I mean, you know, a piano.
Agreed.
So, right?
I'll agree with that, and snacks, yeah, for sure.
Being the mom, I'm thinking like, we need good snacks here. This is very important.
We need some like Cheez-Its or something around here.
Cheez-Its?
Ooh, Cheez-Its.
Chris Long, we need Cheez-Its.
What's fueling
Stat.
Heffron Drive? Cheez-Its.
Yes. No, they know that. I have quite a few boxes of Cheez-Its from fans.
Wait, what's the craziest thing on your rider for like when you go on tour?
For a long time, we had a puppy.
You would just have to have
a puppy.
Wow.
And sometimes they made it happen. There was like 2 like brand new like newborn English bulldogs one time, and then Universal Studios. We were doing a BTR show. Universal Studios got us Scooby Doo, like the character Scooby Doo, and he hung out with us for an hour.
That's
so like we're in our
amazing.
dressing room and just Scooby Doo's just there. We're like,
That's so cool.
what's up, man? But that nothing too crazy. I always ask for like organic almond milk, and you'd be surprised how impossible it is to find that.
No,
that
I wouldn't
weird?
be surprised.
I mean, when you're in like Detroit, it's kind of hard to find organic almond milk.
I did back-to-back weeks in Tallahassee when I was on ABC, and let me tell you something. There was not a whole lot of organic in Tallahassee back then.
Organic anything.
It's changing now. It's better now.
You people and your organic.
You know what?
Listen, not all of us have like thick beards and grew up in the middle of nowhere. So some of us actually like organic almond milk. Which, by the way, if you want to come over, I've got 4 or 5 gallons of it in mine. This conversation is going in a strange place. I'm going to ask you about football. You grew up playing football.
I did. Yeah, I did.
Butterfingers? Was that really your nickname?
It was. That was in my later years, actually, in playing football. I would like to think I was way better in 3rd grade and 4th grade. But so when I started coming out to California, I didn't want to give up playing football. And so I couldn't go to regular school, obviously, because of auditions. It never would have worked. So
You were
we had
homeschooled,
homeschooled
huh?
my whole life, pretty much. So we had the Burbank Vikings. So I played for the Burbank Vikings.
Amazing.
Growing up, and I played tight end, number 88.
And that's why you like Tony Gonzalez.
Exactly. Why I like Tony Gonzalez, but Tony Gonzalez has way better hands than I did. That's for sure.
What?
My only catch as a tight end was right before the end of the half. So I caught it, ran 20 yards. It was awesome. I thought I had done something great for my team, and then it was the halftime.
And then
Nothing.
also Troy Aikman.
That was like I wrote to him as a kid. That
Did
was
you
like,
write back?
I think I got one response, yeah. I'm pretty sure. I mean, I was like 5 or 6 or 7, but that was like my football hero. Still is. I saw him at Paramount like a year ago, Paramount Studios. He was probably doing an interview with something, and he drove by in a golf cart, and I was like,
Right.
like this, and he still looks
he
awesome.
still looks great.
Looks like football. He'd go out there and play right now,
Yeah,
I'm
he's
sure.
a stud. He could probably.
I would love, I've actually had a couple really cool experiences. I caught a pass from, I don't know if he's still playing as the starting quarterback for the Dolphins. Who's the starting quarterback for the Dolphins?
Tannehill?
Ryan Tannehill right now.
Yeah, Tannehill.
This would have been 2 years ago.
Matt Moore.
Right.
And
Young
then,
guy.
Who, man, 2
Oh,
years
man.
ago.
Like 2 years ago?
2 years ago?
Could have been
Chad Henne from Michigan?
Could have been second string.
Chad Henne
Henne?
from Michigan?
I think that might have been it.
Right.
Kind of longer hair, younger guy. I don't know. I may be
Yeah.
way off. But
Oh,
anyway,
Matt Moore.
it was the Dolphins quarterback.
Yeah, Matt
It
and
could have been Matt Moore. Chad Henne always had a regimented haircut.
Matt Moore had long hair.
Yeah,
Yeah, 'cause-
we were doing the national anthem at the Dallas Cowboys Stadium,
Okay.
and they were warming up, and we were doing like a rehearsal thing, and I was like this, and he goes, "Go out," and so I took off, and I ran a post route, right for it, and I caught a bomb. It was just like right there.
When you run
Perfect.
a post route, where are you breaking? 10 yards in, 12 yards?
I always do 10 just by habit, because when I was playing tight end, my play was a power right, roll right, tight end out, and it was
Look at
always
this.
10 and out.
Nice.
So whenever I heard that
Like Spider
in,
3
in,
wide
the, in the
banana.
huddle, it was power right, roll right. I was like, because like this is my play,
yeah.
and I never caught it.
Right. You watched did you watch the Chiefs and Chargers this
Did you say
last?
Cheech and Chong? I was like, yeah, I watched that.
I might have.
I did watch the game, and I had a bit of a rivalry going with my boy James from BTR
Right.
because he's from San Diego. So I texted him and was, talking a little smack.
What kind of smack does one talk in a Chiefs Chargers match?
Well, you got no chance. I actually ended up saying, "You want to race?" At
Wow.
the end, just
Wow.
throwing it out there. We can talk about football all day, but I was like, "Let's race."
You want a boat race?
No,
or do
like
you want
race, foot race.
We have a phone call, believe it or not. Would you like to take a phone call?
Yes.
Yeah, this is our first ever guest
is fantastic.
taking a phone call,
Right.
and
So
you
many
tweeted
firsts
out
on the
that you were
show
coming
today.
on the show.
I love it. Yeah, this is great.
So we have Alondra in Fort Myers, Florida. She's a big fan, apparently. She wants to ask you a question.
Alondra.
Oh my gosh, Kendall! I seriously love your music. I just wanted to let you know that. I really did try to take the risk talking to you right now. You could tell. I don't know if you can tell I'm really, really nervous.
Nervous
No,
at
you
all.
sound great.
You sound great.
Sound like you're having a great day so far.
Let me ask you a question, Alondra. How cute is he?
How cute is he? Like from 1 through 10, and actually 11.
At 12?
For sure.
This is too much. Am I blushing too? Is that happening right now? It seems like it.
Susie's putting you in a box. We don't want to put Kendall in a box here. You know, he's
You know, guys watch this show too. I don't want them to be like, get him off of here.
No, it's fine.
Like talking about.
I guess
good-looking
Alondra
dudes so
didn't
much.
really so much have a question as so much as
I think that was really like a how cute
you
is
know,
he?
we're flying by the seat of our pants here, but Alondra.
If anyone wants to call in to talk to me or Chris Law, like,
You know what? When I leave, I'm gonna call back.
Call back.
Yeah, all right.
And I'll just be, hello.
It's like, hi, I have a question for Kendall.
Yeah.
Are you a Royals fan?
Yes, of course. I've seen one game like there at the stadium. But it's a great time for Kansas. It's been a good time for Kansas in sports the last couple of years, especially with Wichita State in basketball.
Right.
That was like, I'm from Wichita, so that for me was like, how is this even happening? And of course, I had everyone who was like, just wait till they play someone really good. And then of course, the first game was it Kentucky, I think, or Duke. No, they played it was Duke. Anyway, they lost the first. They lost the first, really big game, and so of course, I had everyone calling me, being like, "Told ya." But in general,
That's always nice. When
Yeah,
you
that's
do
always
that.
nice. In general, Kansas is doing great. I mean, we had KU's been having some great years. Wichita State with basketball. KSU is
K-State.
having a great. My parents with the KSU, so I got to represent them a little
Jayhawks?
bit. No,
What are they?
Wildcats.
Wildcats, yeah. God,
And so
too many teams.
they're having a good year too. So Kansas is rocking right now.
Well,
I'm feeling good.
didn't your parents? You said they went to K-State.
Yeah.
Big Wildcat fans, but you go the opposite and root for the Jayhawks. Like, how does one do that to their?
Okay, well, I'm a Kansas supporter.
Okay.
The state doesn't get a lot of love. It's right in the middle. People forget about it, I think, from time to time. And fact of the matter is we have some serious athletes there. So it doesn't matter to me whether it's KSU or KU. I'm happy either way.
You're just like a happy guy.
just a happy guy.
What is there not to be happy about when you're Kendall Schmidt and you're 23 and you're sitting in this chair? You've got Alondra calling in, and I kind of think where you're sitting is a pretty happy place.
I feel pretty good. And my birthday's coming up,
When's your birthday?
November 2nd.
Ladies out there, November 2nd is Kendall's birthday. I think you should all make him cards. Send them. What do you think? Like
cards?
a present?
We can just make
Like
an
a
e-card.
tweet, like a
Save
happy
the
birthday
paper, make an
tweet?
e-card. I'll take that.
So you're worried about global warming and you're conserving paper. I think I kind of like this about you. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
This
I'll
has
come
been so
talk
much
football
fun
with you
having
guys anytime.
Do you want to talk more football? We can go downs. Do you want to go heavy duty?
Let's
Do you
talk
wanna-
about that hit, the
Oh, yeah.
Chiefs game.
Jamaal Charles.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jamaal Charles, Brandon Flowers. That was a hit. The hit was crazy. The run,
Right.
everyone's kind of ignoring the run. Do we have that? Is
know
that
if we can
run
call it
on
up.
here somewhere? But that run was ridiculous.
Yeah, the teammate collision was pretty
He went
ugly.
right here, all the way
Wait.
across the field. Right? And then, cutting back, back again, breaking ankles. And then, bam. Wow.
And then Jamaal Charles, of course, all week he did not want to get tested for concussions. But by the way, I think they had to have done concussion testing
Yeah.
on the sidelines after that.
Yeah,
That's
no,
almost helmet to helmet.
they did. He came out of the game. And he's it's questionable as to whether he's going to go this week. I think he
Right.
is. But we might have opened a can of worms. We're not going to take another one right now. But the phone lines are completely full right now.
Oh.
And
Oh, we need to take more
we
calls,
opened
can't we?
Should we take one more?
Let's take another call.
Yes.
Okay. This is it might be Bakota in Frederick, Maryland, I believe.
Bakota.
And yeah, she's got a question for a song question for you.
Hello.
Hi, Dakota.
Is it
Oh,
Dakota?
it's Dakota, like the state.
Oh, like the state. Hi, Dakota
That
in
makes sense.
Maryland.
Dakota.
Okay. So Kendall, if you could cover a country song, what song would you cover?
Cover a country song. What song would I cover? Oh, well, I got friends in low places where the whiskey drowns and the beer chases my blues away. I'll be I can't go that low. It's too low.
That was great.
It's too low. I started off too low. I should have. Well, no.
You want to try again?
No, I'm
in
good.
3, 2, and 1.
Here we go. 5,
Yeah.
6, 7, 8. So that's the one I'd cover. Garth Brooks in general is the man.
Dakota, thank you so much for that question. We appreciate you calling in because without you calling in, we wouldn't have a live musical guest. And by the way, you can come back anytime you want.
I'd love to. Maybe
We
play
will
some
light up-
Happy Mistakes.
Right?
Yeah.
I would love it. Could you play outside? We could be like a
How
They
about
can
this?
set you up
Don't
out
even
there?
hook me up with stuff. I'll just be playing back there, and you won't even hear it. It'll just be really awkward.
It'd be
that
like
I'm in
Something
this
But
window.
Mary with the two
Yeah.
guys going through.
I'll just be in the window playing, and I won't go away
Love it.
for the whole show.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern, on Audience.